Hi, I'm Irma. Welcome to Revision Help. Today we're going to look at how to represent forces on a piece of paper. This is very helpful in solving problems. I can look at two types of representations. The first one is called a force diagram and the second one is called a free body diagram. How do I represent a force? A force has got a starting point, a certain length and an arrowhead. My starting point acts on the object. The length of the arrow indicates the size of the force and the arrowhead indicates the direction of the force. Let's have a look at the car and these forces acting on this car. That is my car, and my car is moving at a constant velocity. What are the forces acting on this object? When I draw the object and I show all the forces acting on the object, we talk about this as a force diagram. First one that acts on the object is my gravitational force. Gravitational force, the force of the earth on the car. I've got a normal force. The normal force is the force that the surface exerts on the object. My car is moving in that direction. I've got an applied force. That is the force that the engine exerts on the car. Then I have a frictional force. These are all the forces acting on the car, and the way that I set it out is called a force diagram. How do I represent this as a free body diagram? In a free body diagram, I indicate the object simply as a dot. All the forces that's acting on the car must be shown as pulling forces. In other words, forces that are moving away from the object. So, whereas this shows me the object, and very often it shows me where the forces act, on the free body diagram, we just show the forces as if they are all pulling forces. It means my gravitational force will be going down, my normal force will be going up. Look at the length of these two vectors. If the two forces are equal, draw the length of these forces that they are equal. Let's assume that this car is accelerating. It means that my applied force will be much bigger than my frictional force. And when you draw the arrows, indicate that your applied force is bigger than your frictional force. When you draw a free body diagram, please ensure that you label all your vectors. Fg will be your gravitational force. Fn indicates your normal force. Your friction force, the symbol F, small f to indicate friction, friction force, and your applied force, Fa, is the force of, in this case, it is the force of the engine. It is the force of the engine on the car. Thank you very much for listening to this lesson.